Hello YouTube, Mike welcome in here, Mushroom Rangers. So I'm just going to show you sort of a simple but semi-advanced way to make mushroom fruiting blocks at home. The advanced part is you're going to need a produce scale and unicorn bags, if you can get unicorn bags. And the simple way is a Brita water filter. So what I did is I weighed out the fuel pellets. I'm making 8-pound blocks. As you can see, the fuel pellets you'll need 3.2 pounds and H2O 4.8, which will give you 8-pound blocks. So I weighed them out, put a piece of piece of tape right there to mark how full I want the Brita water filter with fuel pellets and water. The good thing about this is the fuel pellets weigh slightly less than the water, so this line marks exactly both and both, which works out really great. So I just gotta finagle with the water. It might be a little bit under or a little bit over, but that doesn't matter. So the process is put the Brita water, if you can do this and you got this. Once you get your exact measurements and weights, then you don't need this anymore because you would just be able to fill and dump. So what it is, I took this and put it on there, tear it out to 0, so that when I filled it up, then I weigh it 3.8, 3.19, and I'll get you close enough. So then I'll dump it in the bag, and then I got a little bit of lime just to raise the pH. So I try to use lukewarm or as warm as water as I can get it, which will help it hydrate better. So it's a simple process. Make sure I mix up the lime really good. So now it's just a matter of waiting. So once it gets right to the line, I'm going to make it go a little bit over. And then the tricky part is going to be with one hand, because when you pour this in there, sometimes the bag collapses around it because of the water. So if I have to put you down, don't be mad. See how it collapses around it? So it's kind of hard with one hand. You gotta stop, open the bag. Again, this is just doing it with one hand. And there you go. Now just, what's the matter? Set it off to the side. Oh, it's a silo, huh?
No, it's a tornado.
Oh, it's a tornado. A Play-Doh tornado. And then you just repeat the process. Just a little bit of lime. More water. So that one's setting at 7.880, which is close to 8, but again, being right at 8 doesn't really matter. As long as you're within, a few digits or over or under, still doesn't really matter. So, and then next, as you've probably seen in my other video, my tote. So what I did is I inverted it. Before I had this on the bottom and this on the top, so I just inverted it just to see if I can get more humidity up here in this area. So I had my 5-gallon bucket in there. Now I have about 8-pound blocks with lion's mane. So the process is the same. As you can see, the little lion's mane popping out. Just spray it down. If you're doing lion's mane, make sure you try not to spray the fruiting body because it'll turn yellow. Because it doesn't like water on it. So you might have to get a towel, wipe up that water right there. But other than that, that's a simple way to do 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks. It'll just take you longer. You just got to be patient. I'm going to pressure cook these, but for the next ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a simpler method. If you don't have a pressure cooker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these blocks, seal them up, and then stick them in my oven and set my oven around 190 or 195 and let them sit in there for about 12 hours. These bags are good up to 220, 230 degrees because once they go in the pressure cooker, they don't melt. They won't melt in the oven either because it's not getting to that melting threshold. So these are some of the ways that you can start producing mushrooms at home. The easy way, semi-hard. The only thing you will need in the beginning is a produce scale. Yeah, because I don't think you can use the scale that you like, a regular scale that you stand on because you can't tear it out unless you do the math as far as how much that weighs. And then once you add 3.2 pounds, and then, you do the math. So you can probably use a regular scale that you stand on, the one that everyone weighs themselves on. I don't have a scale because I don't weigh myself. So if you like this video, make sure you tell your friends, like, subscribe. Blessed be, and keep it fungi. Tornado.